Friends, today is Saturday, the 20th of June, the first day of summer, and also the feast of the Immaculate Heart of Mary. Immaculate Heart of Mary. Yesterday we celebrated another heart, that of the Sacred Heart of Jesus. Two hearts. And the feasts are related to each other. Both deal with the heart and both deal with love. The heart is a beautiful symbol of love. But each distinguished in a kind of a different sense of love, important to understand. The Sacred Heart of Jesus, the love of God, is a love for humanity, a love for creation, a love for us, a love oftentimes not returned, but a love that never stops. The Immaculate Heart of Mary is a love that is a love of God, a love of Jesus, a human love, not limited in the sense of Mary, not limited in any way, but a complete love, not limited by sin. A woman who is immaculately, from conception itself, the Immaculate Conception, which means born without any stain of original sin, and thus never limited in her love. And the two devotions originated about the same time, 17th, 18th century France, although the devotion to the Sacred Heart and the Immaculate Heart existed before that. But it took the visions of St. Margaret Mary in the 17th century to bring to the fore the Sacred Heart of Jesus at a time when that was very much needed, when people doubted the love of God. And the same, the Immaculate Heart of Mary, originated with a saint named St. John Eudes, and who founded a religious order called the Eudists. St. John Eudes saw Mary as the model of our love for the Lord, our love for God, and to model that love in our lives. The Immaculate Heart of Mary became more important in the 19th century with the visions of St. Catherine Labouré and the Miraculous Medal. I remember growing up, there was always a miraculous medal somewhere in our home. My parents were devoted to the Miraculous Mary and the Immaculate Heart of Mary. And it became even perhaps more popular when Fatima came, and with Pius XII, the 1950s, who consecrated the world to the Immaculate Heart of Mary. And you know, there's always some controversy in the Church. When we speak of the Immaculate Heart, it brings to mind the Immaculate Conception. We wouldn't think that would be too filled with controversy, but there was a time when it was filled with controversy. Because how could one person, in a sense, be exempt from the redemption of Jesus Christ? If Mary was born without sin, she had no need of redemption. And the Church was kind of stuck there in a little conundrum what to do about that. And it was figured out by a great philosopher and theologian named Duns Scotus. And Duns Scotus said that Jesus can save in two ways. He can rescue us from sin, who are already fallen, you and me, but also he can preserve someone from sin itself, because grace is timeless. The grace of God extends into the past, into the future, and Mary saved through that grace, preserved from sin for all time. And thus her love is the greatest love of all, because it has no limit from sin, and thus she is our model. And we celebrate that today, this feast of the Immaculate Heart, to love Mary, to love the Lord, and to love each other. A good thought for the day, first day of summer. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow, Sunday.